Hey everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'll show you a bit of what our intense no death KvK was like last weekend. In particular, this was the first KvK where I used my newest commander, Vorian. Let's get started. Yeah, things are heating up around here. We're kicking off the KvK by hunting down the enemy and mobilizing a rally, which I'll be leading, equals 05s. Sure, it's a risk, but since troops return after the KvK ends, I'm going to take the risk and launch the mobilized attack. As I expected, while my mobilized attack was on its way, another opponent attacked me while my formation was en route. That's exactly what I would do if the situation were reversed, so no need to panic. Let's see how bad the damage is. Obviously, I wouldn't have launched the mobilization from that distance if the troops weren't going to be revived at the end of the event. Promlois is a smart, strong, and dangerous guy. Fortunately, my troops will return, otherwise, it would have been painful to lose them like that. The difference in damage between the first two reports and the last one, where my combat formation is already back at the castle, is striking. Let's also see what happened to Snorlax, equals 05s. According to the reports in the Alliance chat, nothing remains of his troops. KvK is always dangerous because it's hard to know what kind of enemy we're facing. You can't get all the information about the opposing kingdom unless you have a friend or an account in that kingdom to provide it. And that's not the case for us. Let's go after our next target. My troops aren't completely wiped out, nor is my desire to see what Vorian is capable of, equals 05s. Well, we've found another unsuspecting target with low defenses. I'm going to launch another attack to try to wipe out his troops. Come with me. Promlois is persistent and clearly wants to win this KvK battle too. Once again, he attacked one of our allies. This time, Obi-Wan Kenobi was the target, equals 05s. With few troops to defend him, Obi was practically wiped out in a single hit. What a shame. Unfortunately, that's the risk you take when playing KvK. Our mobilization is reaching its target. Let's keep an eye on it to see the damage inflicted on this opponent. Oh, sure. A well-organized defense with 13 million T1 troops. Well, it wasn't such a high-scoring attack after all low-tier troops yield poor scores. So that was a disaster. Good defense, though. As a result of the attack, Promlois launched another solo attack on one of our allies, equals 05s. Lord Daga has now been struck while his troops were returning from the mobilization and from their garrison at my castle. Yes, we tried to set a trap to capture Lord Promlois, but he was faster in his raids. but we can't say the same about King Slayer. Once again, we face relentless opponents who are open to coordinated attacks. This time, Lord Daga will lead the charge. Since the defender is infantry, and Daga is their natural counter, cavalry. We'll see. Wow. What a great shot. Daga managed to take out our opponent's T4S. That's amazing. Equals 05S. But there are still defensive troops left for us to take down. I think Daga will launch another rally. Let's see what happens. As expected, Daga launches another rally. With his defense weakened by the first hit, where most of his lower tier troops were wiped out, Slotty doesn't have many options, and his higher tier troops will now be left unprotected. Daga is sure to deal some serious damage in this next attack. Let's see what happens. Well, another massive assault on the type for troops. Daga is a beast. Sure, counterattacking helps a little, but the attack certainly hurt Slotty pretty bad. Equals 05S. Well, folks, that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed all the content. See you next week with another electrifying video.
See you next time, guys.